Hope you're doing well. I'm showing up for a walkthrough today. Yes, as you come into the room, it's still the same. Welcome one another, greet one another. Most of all, be kind to one another. I am just actually waiting. I arrived early because I like arriving early to the locations that I need to be at when I'm dealing with a client. I hope everyone is doing well. I actually been in the particular post area, posting things, writing things as words of encouragement for the friends who want to know where have Gigi been. I actually been, writing in the post, trying to make sure that my friends know, that I'm still staying connected with you and things. And I just want to say I appreciate my friends that have been coming through, just doing a little thumbs up. I really do. Sometimes we have to appreciate the small, simple things, and I do. I just basically been tending to my business. I'm going to be honest with my friends when it comes to the business of real estate, really trying to navigate and do some different things, seeing what works and seeing what do not work for me. And I'm actually finding out a lot of things, you know, what works for me. But most of all, I'm still being proudful, still, being steadfast and at that area. And I love the fact that I'm meeting more individuals. They're on the same page of just being proudful, staying prayed up because of, it's a lot that goes on in all of our life, if we can be honest, and if you're not an individual that have ever went through anything or are going through anything, then this message does not apply to you. So maybe I need to just take that word out of all. But for some, and I will say, even in the midst of why you going through or trying to figure things out, just stay prayed up and stay prayerful. Have those individuals in your life too that can encourage you and pour back into you, because that's a foundation for me. I prefer to have friends that is very much in tune to words of encouragement that they can pour back into me and I can pour back into them. And I'm going to tell you the reason why that I choose. Hello, friend, and thank you for coming in. Hello, hello. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I choose that, because there are some times and moments. Oh, look at your love. I love it. 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 Yes, I love it. I love it. The reason why I like it and everything, thank you, hello, hello. The reason why I like it and things, listen, seem like I'm so new back doing lives and things till when I'm seeing the balloons and the hearts, I appreciate that, and the hand that's waving, I really do. And the reason why, wait a minute, friends, that's the particular individual for the final walkthrough. So I didn't want him to. Anyway, the client is not here, so I'm here way in advance and everything. So yes. So what I'm getting at, friends, I was talking about the reason why it's a lot of distraction, because when I see individuals walking, I'm always paying attention to my surrounding. This is a new construction area. So therefore, meaning the homes, all of the homes that is being built is brand new. So individuals that is in this community, it's a brand new community. So, very much appreciated of selling to, a client. I actually had 2 walkthroughs this week. This location where I'm at is the final walkthrough for the young lady that is actually buying and things as a client. And I'm so appreciated of this particular sale, because it was a blessing and how it came through. Basically, it was. I share that, with my particular friends as well. That's why it's so important to make sure you have a positive attitude and that you are just ready. Don't get ready, but stay ready so that, you can be able to serve the clients and things. But I want to get back to having friends to be able to pour into your life. And the reason why that you want those friends that is positive to pour into your life, because when your cup is kind of low or even empty, you have those friends that speak loud and that can speak into your life. And when I say speak loud, speak with authority, speak with that strong affirmation that can lift you up, that can identify with your spirit, and what is going on with you at the time. Some individuals may call it prophetic as well, and some individuals may say that is right on time, a well word that is needed. However that you may want to receive it, that's how you may receive it, because I know I have different, what you call, friends from different nationalities, live in different places. So I don't want to step on anyone's toes, and I don't want to go down a rabbit hole by, being controversial about what a person believes and what they're into. I'm beyond that phase in my life right now. I'm like, as long as you know that you have a relationship with God, and as long as you know you're in right alignment, that's the most important thing. And as long as you know that you are trying to make sure that you persevere in peace, light, and love, that's the most positive thing that you can do for yourself. Because at the end of anyone's lifetime, you're going to have to be, responsible, for all of the things that you were sent here to do and things. These are just my thoughts. No one have to believe them. These are just my thoughts. But along with it being my thoughts, let me tell you something. It carries a lot over into what I do as, doing real estate or in life in general. I just didn't arrive here just by showing up saying being who I am because I do real estate. No, I've been working on this for years, being that individual that I need to be and showing up, because it becomes a lifestyle. When you're young, you do all sorts of, things that you possibly shouldn't even do. And even if you do them, you may not even be aware that you're doing them. Hello, friends, to the friends that is coming into the chat room. I appreciate you. So what I'm saying, when you're young, as the word that I read, the Bible, it's like, when you're young, you think as a child. But then when you become that grown individuals, those things begin to shift. They begin to change. So your whole energy begin to become something else that can identify with who you are, because we're all living in the present of the now right now. So in saying that and things, when you know you're present of the now and right where you're at right now, you're identifying with who you are. It takes you now to get in that position to begin to do that inner work. Some individuals may call it the shadow work. Some individuals may say, let the Holy Spirit come in, let the Holy Spirit have his way, and things. Some individuals may call it the light, of God and things, just the spirit of the living God. And some individuals may say, in the name of Jesus, let Jesus come into your life. Whatever, that you may say that connects you up, what makes you and puts you in right alignment, your obedience of what you have to stay connected with. By the way, for those who don't understand, this is the space to wear about. I'm that friend to wear about. I encourage, I talk, and I motivate from a place, to whereby it can keep individuals uplifted and to know that you are not alone. Some individuals will live a whole entire life being in a position to not be positive. This is just real conversation. I'm just having a moment where I'm waiting for my client. And it's like, why spend all of that energy and time trying to make someone else feel how you possibly may feel and put a projection out there when those are nothing but enemies and entities, and those particular things that some may call it demonic demons and all of that. And I get it, dark places, but it's like that's a lot of energy to put out when actually you should want your purpose-filled life to be just that, a purpose-filled life that can identify the whereabout. When someone see you, you want them to see, maybe possibly, to see all of the great things, that you want a person to identify with. Because once the old way and the old nature begin to just fall off of you, you're no longer that person anymore. I just begin to talk about this. Y'all know I travel along, I chase a rabbit, but when I motivate, I come from the spirit that is flowing within me, and the spirit that is flowing within me, I ask God to allow me to use my voice so that I can stay what you call encouraged. And on days when I'm not encouraged, I'm going to be honest with you, I just make sure that I am responsible and accountable for myself. I cannot be accountable for anyone else. It's too much work. It's not my job. And I am here to tell individuals, if you're a grown adult, if you're not a child, you are responsible for your ways, for your soul, for your purpose, for your life. This is not a journey. I don't believe that you should have to pay anyone to say, fix my life and get me together. We all have a spirit that lead and guide us, that is by the Most High, that woke every last one of us up this morning. If you got fingers to type, you got ears to hear, it was the presence of the Most High that woke you up, that created the stars, the moon, the sun, all of that, the grass, everything. So you have a guiding spirit, whether or not you tapped in, tuned in, and turned in, upon it in your life. And when I say tapped in, tuned in, turned in, or turned on, meaning whether or not you're letting the presence of God speak and minister and talk to you, because truly, all of us, whether or not we want to admit, have those moments to where about thoughts fleet and flow through our mindsets. We're just not here to say to entertain and to take up space and not understand what is going on in our life. And I understand God do use me as a vessel. And I mean a vessel to motivate and to encourage, as well as a vessel as well to be repentive, to correct some things in my own personal life. Because I'm here to tell my friend, don't think that I'm perfect. I'm not. I won't come off being perfect to any of my friends, because in this life, sometimes individuals need to understand real life, need to understand that whatever you may be going through, you're not the only one that have went through or is going through, and that will not go through. I want my friends to understand that, because there are so many different false images out here in social media that whereby it'll make you think that life is supposed to be perfect. I'm here in my latter years to let you know, don't get caught up in the hype that whereby you got to have the most greatest things, the most newest thing to be a part of this earthly realm. Everything is vanity. And when I say vanity, it ain't nothing but materialistic. That's it. God just allowed us to enjoy this materialistic things that we have a desire for, that we hope for. So I don't put my trust in materialistic things, because that's what they are. I appreciate them. I'm very thankful to achieve things. I'm thankful for this particular sale. I'm thankful that, the individual, the client, is thankful as well. But we all understand that, listen, whatever we want, the desires we can have, and we can be thankful. And we're here to live, in this earthly realm, to enjoy the fruit of this particular land. But don't make things like it's a God. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, if you're new to this space, listen, I'm going to tell you something. I talk more about the power of prayer than anything than real estate. That's just who I am. And I still, am able to sell real estate and everything. So it does not hinder me for what God have for me, because I like to tell individuals, what's for me is for me. And the reason why I have not created a channel just to talk about real estate is because I am not led that way to just only talk about real estate. I probably put in some of my videos hashtag real estate or whatever, but I know that I'm a vessel to whereby God is just speaking to me and talking to me in the most positive way. So when you pick up this device, feed the individuals, the positivity and the motivation. Just don't talk about real estate and what I can do for you, as in selling homes or listing your particular home. If you choose me to be an agent, or if you refer someone to me, let the individuals know how much God loved them, and how much that, whatever that you don't think that can be undone in your life, if you surrender it all unto God, that God can give an answer and God have a solution. This is how I know that I want to come and talk to my friends, because every day is not about real estate. Every month I'm not like I'm selling, a home every month. Let's just keep it real. I'm so thankful that God is coming through doing multiple sales right now. But, with the understanding of that, sometimes people get it misunderstood when it comes to real estate, is that this is the place to where about, you can come here and you can make all sorts of money, which is true. But once again, when you make things an idol and you have nothing else to show up for, and these are just my thoughts in this social media space and everything, what do you do then when you can't produce anything else no other than talking about, homes, homes, homes? It's more to Gigi than just about the real estate path. I'm thankful, I'm grateful that God showed up in my latter years and say, hey, follow this path, generate the income that is necessary. I am so grateful for that. Let me stop for a moment. This glare that's in my face is huge. And when I say it's huge, is huge. So, it's like the sun that is coming in from a different direction. So it's like blocking. So I just want to share that with my friends, to just say this much. I'm very well rounded. For the new individuals that may not know, my path and my journey and things, God have allowed me to not only to have a career. That's my client that is just pulling out up. And you know what I do? Yeah, that's my client. I'm going to have to get off, friends, but I'm going to come back to you all, and I will basically, catch up with you, and then, go from there. How about that? I apologize that I got to cut off very quickly and things, but they just arose. Some of them came from South Carolina, the mom and the grandmother, and then the other one from a different part of Florida. So I'm so grateful and I'm so kind. But keep your notifications on, friends. Okay, I appreciate you. Thank all of the friends that came in. I appreciate you. I really, really do. Let's go show some actions to these particular amazing individuals and things. And I'm going to let you all hear. Good morning. How's everyone? Look here, I'm tripping over. Good morning, beautifuls. Hey, girl. That's what I'm talking about. We ready to rock and roll, baby. Good morning, grandmama. Let me get off this live, y'all. Let me go on here with my clients. All right? I'll talk to you all. Have a great day.